Thursday afternoon and evening greyhound entertainment out of Addington Raceway for the Christchurch Greyhound Racing Club is nothing short of outstanding, with two Group 1 races on the card. A real focus on New Zealand breds with the New Zealand Breeders' Stakes and St Ledger, and also a race over the 732 metre extreme trip for New Zealand bred greyhounds too. That is the Sockburn Cup. Quick run through the card. Race 1 underway at 10 after 4. It's a fairly tricky Class 3 sprint, going with 4 Mitcham Rose, who's been runner-up the last two. The 2 Gold Star Dynasty, vastly experienced, will look to hold up the inside, and Mighty Rocks, good to see her back. First out since November, but did trial not too badly last week and would be further improved by that. No significant bet in race number 1, but went 4, 2, 6 and 7. In race number 2, quite keen around dog number 3, No Guidance, a winner 3 starts ago in Class 2 company. Then was runner-up to the sharp Dom Baxter in a Class 3-4, and then off box number 6 last week. Second behind the impressive Opawa Simpson. Now, when that dog jumps, good times roll. 16.67 was the winning time. No Guidance was about 2 1/4 lengths back, and it was just the fact that Simpson stayed under No Guidance. Otherwise, he would have been away for the prize. So I think No Guidance are a really good chance to come through in race number 2, dog number 3. 5 Mitcham Jesse was third in that race, and that was a fresh up performance since October. Any further improvement from him means that he'll go close to running the Quinella there. 3 and 5 were the 2 key players for me there in race 2, went 3, 5, 7 and 2. In race number 3 on the card, dog 2, No Expense, a recent winner in a personal best time around here, and then second last week was behind Opawa Archer. That was in a Class 3-4 combined race. Archer won it very easily. No Expense was good in second spot. Gets box number 2 with a vacant box in 1 here to work with. Great to see No Defence back out in box number 8. We haven't seen him since before Christmas. He was third in last year's St Ledger. So No Defence, a greyhound who we've come to know as a very good stayer, but fresh up over the 525 metres, his performance will be noted. The 6 Gold Star Joblin hasn't won over the middle distances yet and has had 3 cracks over the 525 metres, most recently last week in a heat of the St Ledger. He was in touch with some pretty quick dogs for a long way. I don't mind him for the exotics here in race 3, 2, 8, 6 and 5. My numbers in the third. Race number 4, a Class 4 sprint over the 295 metres. Thought we might get some value around dog 6, Bethany Jewel. She does downgrade from Class 5. She's been at monstrous odds against very good greyhounds, and last Thursday she was second out. She was beaten for pace. She settled 4th across the top. Thought she was okay late, and she was close up, only a length and a half off the winner, 4th in Class 5 as a $62 shot, and downgrades to Class 4. Now, there's some quick runners in here, as you'd expect, but do like number 6, Bethany Jewel. Be interested to see what the bookies will give us. Georgie Pie, dog number 2, fast dogs, won 8 from 12 so far. Now, she has been very quick in winning at short odds, except for last Friday, where she was midfield on the inner. Gold Star McKenna, who was a race rival, did run past, but can't really explain the run from Georgie Pye and make any specific excuses, but she didn't quite catch the start as well as she can. We know she can run quicker, and she's clearly a threat. Went 6, 2, 3 and 8 in race number 4. Race 5, dog 3, Who's Jealous. We haven't seen this dog since the 10th of December. He's been third at Group 1 level in the Waganui Cup. He's made a Waterloo Cup final. He's run 4th in a New Zealand Derby. He was in the St Ledger at this meeting last year, finishing 5th. Trialled recently in a 1686 over the 525, fresh up. Do rate him highly in this. Think he'd be hard to beat. Do like him for a top 2. Dog 5, Opawa Shirley. Her form doesn't belie, or just doesn't reflect her ability at all. And she was the pre-post favourite for the final going into the Breeders' Stakes, and she got severely checked out of the race, and that's why she's on the undercard tonight. She has slipped back to a Class 4 assessment. She doesn't leave the lids very quickly. She can find herself in bother, but gee, you leave her out at your peril here. Like the Quinella, the 3, the 5, Who's Jealous, and Opawa Shirley. My numbers 3, 5, 6, and 2. Race number 6, dog 7, Opawa Mocker. I think he'll just win. That's what he did last start on February the 7th, and he was a very dominant winner after a pretty ordinary sort of a beginning. So he's out in box 7. Now the dog in 6, Opawa Weatherly, would like to go left. Gold Star Han stays out where he is. The map looks clean for Opawa Mocker. I think he'll just be too good for a quality field. Have gone 7, 2, 6, and 3 in race number 6. Race 7, dog 7, Cisco Bale. Hasn't won since an Auckland Cup heat. Funny old Auckland Cup final. He's been good, though beaten in recent times. He's been chasing home One Hot Bandit. That was the dog he ran second to last Thursday. He did head home there, Let Him Cook. I think those two can sort it out again. The 7 and the 6 in a 6-dog field in race number 7, where my numbers are 7, 6, 3, and 5. Race number 8 is the first of our Group 1s, the New Zealand St. Leger for the New Zealand bred male dogs. 2 heats last week. High quality final. One of the heat winners was Stuck Throttle and did it from box 8 for Gary Cleve. A greyhound who is quite strong and also has a stack of speed, and when he gets the start right, he's very dangerous. He sat outside Original Warrior last week and wore that dog down over the concluding stages. I've got him on top of the 6, Romantic Rebel, who I think is offering good money on a 1/3 basis. A winner 2 back in Class 3 company and ran a personal best 29 and 73, so we know that he's got that, and he led out in the heat last week. Now unfortunately going to the first bend, the greyhound moving out from box 1 got onto the heels of Romantic Rebel, caused the fall of More Magic, who was okay, but the Auckland Cup winner was obviously out of the contest. Did not help Romantic Rebel and completely broke up the field, and the heat was won by Zestful. The way Romantic Rebel has jumped the last 2 times, I think he can put himself right in this race. Zestful clearly a chance off box number 1. Can operate from close in, but does like some room. And dog 7, Original Warrior, pushed Stuck Throttle last week. It's a very good edition of the St. Leger, 8617 for me. On to the second of the Group 1s, Springston Hotel New Zealand Breeders' Stakes. And here we've got a really even market. There's a couple of Class 5 dogs in the race. One of them is Opawa Stacey for Sam Lizelle, who has had the 2 runs at Addington. One was on debut before the dog went north to Sam, and the second one was last week, and I thought she was very good. Midfield, got around to second. So Strict was underneath her and did outfinish her. Stacey finished third. Better for the run, better for another look at the track. Do like her as a winning chance. The 3 Valderrama, 30 and 28 heat winner, was able to find the top after being third early, kicking up to the lead. Clung on nicely from So Strict, who got close late in the piece. So Strict's drawn box number 4. Does like to move across to the left. Valderrama will have to be on her guard early, and the 5 Erin will be running on from the back, and she'll be better for her first up run on the track as well for Corey Steele. Good to see some northern visitors here. Sam Lizelle, Corey Steele, young trainers with Group 1 chances here. And then of course we've got the Lisa Cole kennels, who we expect to be around, and of course Dylan Voice, an opportunity for him with Valderrama here, training of course on his own account. So been associated with some good dogs, but this would be a real thrill at a New Zealand Breeders' Stakes on his own account if he can do it. 6, 3, 4, and 5 for me, race number 9. The 10th is the Sockburn Cup, sponsored by the Home Kill guys, and we had 2 heats for this last week, and they were a lot of fun. Tess has now gone 4 straight, and she is a greyhound who took a long time to get her 4th win, and then she got her 5th, her 6th, and her 7th. Was it her fifth one? Yeah, then a sixth, seventh, eighth. Anyway, it's 4 straight for Tess. Stepped to the 7:32 last week. Always looked like the extreme distance would be her go, and she was very good winning. She just hung on from a typically strong finishing Gold Star Ginny, who's drawn box 1. Wasted on her, of course. She'll drop out the back. Full field this week too, as opposed to 6 dogs last week. More greyhounds for Ginny to weave her way through. I think Tess can win again. She has got a couple of dogs to her outside, Maestro Mojito and Beautiful Balu, who can get up and make the pace. And she'll be settled into a nice position, while other dogs like Grandview Ace and Gold Star Ginny will be getting back and having to weave their way through. Grandview Ace, she's a 3-time Group 1 winner. She's heading towards $200,000 in stakes. And Opawa Louise, who was in front until the last stride when Grandview Ace got through and nosed her out in that 5-dog heat that Maestro Mojito had led up until the home bend. That was a grand contest, and Grandview Ace and Opawa Louise should be in the thick of it too, going 5, 1, 2, 3 in race number 10. In the 11th, dog number 3, Gold Star Bruiser. I think he's going to get the right run here. What happened last week was Moneybags was drawn to the outside of Gold Star Bruiser, and that was never going to work out well, and it didn't, with Gold Star Bruiser getting the shoulder of Moneybags. Well, this time Gold Star Bruiser's on the other side, and he can make that count. The 7, Dom Baxter, quick dog. He finished 3rd in that race last week. 2 weeks ago it was. It was the 6th of February, Dom Baxter's last race. The effort from Dom Baxter to win the time before in a 1685 and before that in a 1681 as PB. He was headed for the front again, but Homebush Henry stayed underneath him. So the Gold Star Bruiser was able to get through and run 2nd. Dom Baxter 3rd. I like them for the Quinella. Check out what the fixed odds Quinella is paying. 3, 7, 8 and 5, my full numbers race 11. And to the 12th and final. Goes at 9:24. It's an elongated program, 5.25 hours. It is dual code with the harness on as well at Addington. Looking to 2, Homebush Olana. Win fresh up after many months was excellent, and then was on the pace a fortnight ago. Got hassled by a dog to her outside, and then got cut off by another dog. So she was okay. And I think underneath Ripslinger, Rory and Gold Star Duffy should be right here. The 3 and the 4, those 2 dogs I've just mentioned, should be in the thick of it. Gold Star Duffy's a hard one to catch because she jumped 2 starts back and ran a slashing 16.63, but then last time she was sort of back in the pack and got crossed and couldn't get up to Alana, who finished 4th, and Duffy was 5th in that particular race. And my numbers there are 2, 3, 4 and 6. So that's a look at the full card in terms of the dogs that I'll be concentrating on from a betting perspective. Race 2, number 3, No Guidance. Race 4, number 6, Bethany Jewel. Race 5, number 3, Who's Jealous. We'll be taking the Quinella with Opawa Shirley. Race 6, dog 7, Opawa Mokra. I just expect a straight out win through all multis. And race 11, Gold Star Bruiser and Dom Baxter Quinella. It'll be thoroughly enjoyable greyhound racing action with 2 Group 1s and also what looks to be an epic Sockburn Cup over the 732 metres. Hope you can join us on, where are we, trackside? And I'll be in the studio actually. Blake Stothard is on track, and of course Andy McCook doing the commentaries for us all.